Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, so tonight there has been a ton of spoilers today, so I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. We're playing Blitz tonight, and the following cards are not supported by something something something. I might not be playing Blitz tonight. Uh, hmm. Okay, well I might have lied. We might be playing something else. Crap. All right, well, apparently some cards are not supported by Dynasty yet. I'm going to assume that's the Harpoon that I put in the list. Um, hmm. Hmm. Did not see that coming. That was pretty disappointing. I wonder if I need to like close out Talishar and restart it or something. Because I really want this deck to be playable. Wonder if I can play it in CC. Yeah, young heroes aren't legal, blah, 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 blah. I wish it would tell me what cards. Oh, it's these cards, and it's Dynasty 090. Well, that's pretty disappointing to see, honestly. I was really hoping that I could try and play Blitz Dash with the new Harpoon card. Well, for anybody who's wondering what the new Harpoon card is, this is what I'm talking about. I really like this card. So it's a 1 for 4 with boost, so virtually has go again. It blocks 3 like all Mechanologist cards do. It is majestic, so it only comes in 1 color. And it says when this attacks a hero, they reveal X cards from their hand, where X is the number of times you've boosted this combat chain. Choose an action card with defense less than or equal to X, then add it to the chain link as a defending card. So you're not pushing through cards, but you are getting very valuable cards out of your opponent's hand, and there's a lot to be said for a card like that that has that effect. Like, I think this card is going to be really good. Man, that is so disappointing that that's not uploaded yet into... Yep, that is Big Sag. Well... Huh. Yeah, I hadn't really planned on this being a thing tonight, so hadn't really got this far. Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of unfortunate, the way this all played out. So instead, I guess I'm going to be playing Jacob Ball's Control Dash deck. Let's see if anybody's come up with anything cool on FabDB real quick. Okay, I don't really know what's going on here with FabDB right now. Oh, it's their preview. I mean, it is a cool card. You are contracted to banish opponent's cards with cost 1 or less. Yeah, I mean, so that's like pretty good card, in my opinion. Kano CC for Nationals. I can't believe people were actually playing that at Nationals. Let's see. What is this Dash Hybrid? Iron Rock Gauntlet Fatigue on hit specific matchups. Wizard Chain Fatigue. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. Wow. This is... People... So this guy went really in-depth with his deck tech here of what he was talking about doing. Huh. What do you look like? Anytime people are on 3 Amplify the Arknight, I'm always very concerned. If you have played or created an aura this turn, Reek of Corruption games whenever this hits a hero, they discard a card. So it's basically consuming Volition, but for 2 resources. Playing Runic Reclamation, Sonata in the side. They have quite a few busts in their deck. I mean, maybe that's the way this is supposed to be played. Comprehensive guide coming soon. Huh. Interesting. Reinar, yada, 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 yada. There's nothing really like... Nothing it just like jumps out at me as like something fun to play. Pummel Prism? Is destroyed. You may put an illusionist or a card with 0. Wow. I wonder why that card's not been played more before. So it's called Pummel Prism, but it's just playing yellow pummels. This just feels like Prism with pummels, in my opinion. What's this? Fractal, Herald, Phantasmaclasm. I don't know about the whole Phantasmify like that train of thought. I don't really know how I feel about that. Alright, so this is just like hard aggro. Yeah, this is just like hard aggro. Alright, we're going to try this and see what happens. Alright. So we'll update the stream name. I'm going to drag this over here so I can get this all set up and we'll get this rolling. Oh, let's see. Dex, import. It's playing Yellow Plunder Run, too. That's interesting. Huh. This is quite the deck. Alright, so... Farming Arachni. Interesting. Alright, well... Alright, well, we're going to play Prism since Dash doesn't have the legal cards to be played or whatever. It's a little disappointing, to be honest, but... It is what it is. Take the wins when they come our way, and we take the losses when they come our way. So... Hopefully we find a game pretty quick. So I'm looking at this guy's stream, and it says 100 wins before 100 losses starting today, 1 and 4. That's interesting. Huh. Alright, we drop Benji here. So, what is Dreamweavers? loses and can't game Phantasm. Phantasmal Footsteps is probably better. Player 2 will go first. Okay, I mean... Yep, the crazy thing is I can't block. Like, it's just so funny to, like, see that to where I can't block because of Benji's text. Now, I can crack in for a lot because they don't really have... they don't really have busts that I'm aware of. Yep, we're going to block it up. I'm going to keep the Herald of Protection. Wow, okay. Pitch the Herald of Judgment to pay for the Footsteps here. Let that kind of be my light here, my guiding star. Let's pitch Cataclysm here and start with Herald of Protection. I like having this as an option. I mean, hit for 6 and make a Spectral Shield is nothing to laugh at. We get to attack for 1 for free. And then I get to come in for 5 here with on hit. This goes to my soul. I mean, one of the issues is that I might just be dead. Okay, they block with a Razor. Razor's so good because it means that they can do it after I can't block, which is actually really good. For them anyway, not for me. Yeah, can't block that. Take 1, lose a Spectral Shield. They don't break Breeze Rider's Boots. They do break Vest. Gains, when this hits, your next attack gets +1. Or Twin Twisters gets +1. Yeah, so that's for 2. Now, the good news is that I basically have hits, draw a card for each other attack action. Wait, why does it have 3? Oh, because the last thing hit? Man, this card is like so obnoxious. Yeah, let's just hope they don't have a Razor or something here. Yeah, I was like, they're already blocked with 1, so there's like a good chance they do. Is it for each other? So they draw 2 cards here. They draw 3 because of the mask. I mean, the Razor on the Spring Tidings is a blowout play and something I'll never play around. You don't really have anything to threaten me with from here. Like, the rest of your turn's just damage. Now, this is a... So the funny part is, like, Double Strike is not inherently a good card. It's a 0 for 2, which is actually just, like, less than most rates. A lot of going rates are 0 for 3. But most people fear this card because it puts Mask on the stack so well. Yep, I'll go to 9. Excuse me. I'll join you at 8, my friend. And then my opponent, Arsenal's. Alright, so we attack for 6 with the on-hit effect of dealing arcane damage. So we put our opponent to 1 here on hit. Does this have Blade Break or Battle Worn? Battle Worn, so that's pretty good. So if our opponent... Okay, so they throw Salt and Wound here. They take 3. And then I could kind of like the idea of coming in for 1 more here. Like, this isn't something our opponent wants to block. And the Spectral Shield does help us block a little bit on our turn. So I can block with... So what I could do is I could use 2 of my reds to pitch into the deck to make a Spectral Shield to stop a point of damage. Or I can block with Phantasmaclasm. So if I block with Phantasmaclasm, I can pop Dreamweavers, come in with Spears of Surreality, and then well, this is obnoxious. Like, this is the annoying part, is I can't even really block this. Gonna pitch Fractal Replication. I was like, and if my opponent has it, my opponent has it. So this is for 2, and I can't block it, so I go to 5 and give them a card. So they draw a card. Yep. Okay, so I take 2, go to 3. I mean, and the crazy part is, like, I might just be dead here. Like, if they have, like... Because they could still pitch one of their cards for Kodachis. So I'm going to go to 2 here. Then when they attack with this Kodachi, I'm going to block with the Skull Cap. So block 6. And then on my turn, I just have this to come in for 1. We put our opponent to 2, and then we have to pass. feels very strong. I do not like that at all. So, if I block, I have to block here. Yep. Block here and then let this and the Spectral Shield eat. Huh. Interesting. So pop Dreamweavers. Come in for 7 with no Phantasm, just in case they do have a bust here. I might actually get out of this game somehow with a win. Because I think I'm going to strip every card in their hand right here. I mean, because this being a breakpoint is like very detrimental. And then I'm going to come in for 6. And then they more than likely have to throw their last 2 cards here also. Yeah, they just have to block for 6. You like to see that. We put our opponent in a spot where a single Spectral Shield will kill them. I mean, this is fine because I go to 1 here. I think 6 Dominate's going to be enough to get me there. Like, if they don't have a bust. It's like I can't imagine they do, though. Alright, yeah. Alright, well, we ended up winning game 1. We were just able to put enough pressure on and race our opponent. I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of surprised. I did not think that game was going our direction for a minute. It definitely did not feel like it was going our direction. But, I mean, we take the wins as they come in. I kind of felt like I was going to get comboed, like, Spring Tidings into, like, a bunch of just dumb stuff, and I was just going to get run over. So, I don't know. Not getting completely rolled there was pretty nice. Playing against Kasai. I mean, I truly don't really know what we want here. I don't know if I want Footsteps or if I want Iron Rot Legs. I think I want Footsteps. Like, I assume Footsteps is just better. Hi, and good luck, opponent. So let's see. I could come in for loses and can't gain Phantasm. So I kind of like coming in with the I don't know. They do have Crown of Providence, which is pretty solid. Carly sounds upset in the other room. I think I'm just gonna push 10 damage here. I'm trying to think of the Kasai deck. I don't remember there really being any busts or anything like that, so I'm just gonna push 10 damage, and if this hits, then we'll put it into our soul and start stocking up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, playing with Prism is kind of making me miss playing Prism. Yep, because you can block with Valiant Dynamo. Arsenal this and pass to our opponent here. So I can pitch Phantasmaclasm to come in with the Herald, and then I can Phantasmaclasm for 9. So let's just start by saying no blocks here. I was like, if they have like Glint or Run Through or something, like it's fine, but it's not very impressive. I mean, we're talking about a 15-point turn here. Like this feels pretty good to me. I mean, the other option is to pitch. No, there's not really another option, is there? Like, I've taken 2 so far, so even if I take 8 here off of a +3, I'm still only taking 10, and I'm cracking back with 15. So, 15, and I'm stocking up my soul a little bit. It feels pretty good to me. Yeah, so 6, and it says if it hits, they can't play cards from their banished zone, but that's not really super relevant for what I'm trying to do here, what my game plan is. I mean, Valiant Dynamo is good for them because it's just basically like free blocks every turn. I'm hoping that we can strip something really good with Phantasmaclasm here. Alright, so they ended up blocking all of it. They do play 1 bust, now that I'm thinking about it, and it is the Nourishing Emptiness or whatever it's called. We're going to put Glint on the bottom, force them to draw another card. Like, they can take 9 and go to 11 here if they want to. Like, they still have a good chunk of cards in their hand, so it's not like... Alright, they're getting all their equipment block out of the way now, which they have a lot more of it than I do, so I'm happy to see that. Now, the Valiant Dynamo is very annoying because they can just basically just repetitively continue to block with that thing for the rest of the game. Yeah, they got a full grip, and we're just going to pass. What was the card that was played? Yeah, I'm just going to take the 4. Like, I've still got life total to play with. So I can pitch Enigma Chimera to come in with Herald of Erudition, and then I have Passing Mirage for 5 more into Command and Conquer. So this feels like a decent turn to... throw my skull cap to get to make sure I get 2 points out of it. I mean, yeah, there's not really, like, I need to... Like, Erudition is just so good because it presents... Put this into my soul and I draw 2 cards, which is just, like, there's so much value there. Now, they, like, Kasai is mostly 3 blocks, so I would not be surprised if they had the 3 block here. I could Wartune Herald and Passing Mirage, but I don't really think Passing Mirage is where I want to be in this matchup. I don't even know if Pierce Realities are in the deck, but if that was a Pierce Reality, I would think about that. Let's see. Pierce Realities are in the deck, yeah. Don't really know what my opponent's going for there. We'll come in for 5, go again here. Like, they could have covered it up by just doing that. Like, they didn't have to do anything else. I know Command & Conquer is just vanilla 6 here, but still, like, I'm trying to put pressure onto my opponent. And if they go to 4 here, then we're in a pretty good spot. Because once you get low against Prism, you're in a pretty tough situation here. Oh, wow. All right, so that's a pretty good card. Like, 0 for draw 2 cards is pretty solid. And they draw into a Slice and Dice. So I can activate Tunic for Spears of Reality. So if I block with Pierce Reality here, yeah, unfortunately this is lined up in a very awkward way. I guess I could block with Enigma Chimera and then have Spears of Reality for 5 and... So block with Chimera and Fractal Replication, and then I have... I don't know why you put Silence. Like, I'm obviously, like... I have a hard time with people sometimes because I'm like, okay, it's clear that, like, this is a pivotal turning point of the game. So blocking with 3 leaves me in a weird spot because then my Skull Cap's not turned on. But if I don't block, I'm just taking a chance that they just don't have a pump spell in their hand. And if it's +3, then I'm just dead. So block 1 with the footsteps. Okay, they give it go again. And then I know that this is a 2 for 5 or a 5 attack. Why 6? Oh, it's 2, not 1. Math, be mathing. So I take 3, go to 1. Yeah, I mean it's going to wait. Does this say attack actions? No, it's just an attack, which is fine. Like I go to 1 there. So let's come in for 5, go again. Nourishing Emptiness is like the 1 card that gives me a headache here. Probably going to lose this match, but... that is like one of the easiest blocks in the world, I feel like. And then attack for 1. My opponent will just go to 2 here to keep their cards. Yeah, so again, I'm in a spot where if I was... Oh my gosh, was that blood on her hands? Did they have anything? I don't think they had anything. I think they sacrificed it all to give up... Okay, or apparently they had a ton. Where did that come from? Like, go again, second. Like, they had all 6. We'll block here and let the Spectral Shield eat this. Go ahead and block 4 because it gets pumped off of an attack action. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do here. I'm going to throw this, and then I'm going to die to the last one. Or if they have a pump, I'll just die here. Like, either way. 6 in one, half dozen in the other kind of thing. Yep. Now I'll take 4 here and die. Alright, well, GG's to our opponent. I mean, they played the deck very well. I'm still confused on where the copper came from, or the silver, or whatever they cashed in there at the end, because they so they cashed it all in to draw 2 cards, and then they didn't play anything after that that gave them copper, so the only way they could have made copper would be by attacking, and there was only 1 more turn played after that. Like, maybe 2. So, like, let's say that even if they did hit me 2 more times, and... It's going to be weird, but I'm going to go second. Even if they did hit me again... I don't know. Like, it still would have just been 4. So I don't know where they got 6 from. Like, I don't know. If there was something I missed, please let me know. I'd love to know. Maybe Goliath Gauntlet is what we're looking for here in this matchup. Let's try Goliath Gauntlet this time around and see what happens. I like Iron Rot Legs better. Well, this is going to be a quick block. Like, the hard part about playing against Kasai is this is essentially 3 points worth of blocking, 3 points worth of blocking, 2 points, and then 2 points. So, I mean, they start the game at 30. Like, Kasai gets all of the... Alright, well, yep, that seems good. Now take 1. I mean, I have a solid 12-point hand here. Like, the plunder run would be cool, but, like, I'm doing the plunder run and then just not doing anything else. Just Stillblade Shunt. The fact that Stillblade Shunt, like, covers up an Anothos perfectly is just, like, super scary. Like, take nothing off of your hammer and I deal you 1. That's so good. I mean, yeah, put him to 7 on the first turn of the game. So I can block with a Pierce Reality and a Herald of Protection. I mean, playing Herald of Protection feels pretty good, but it's not going to get me where I want to be. Outland Skirmish. Go again. I mean, so I'm going to take the first one here, honestly, because, I don't know, it's just not very frightening. So I kind of want to throw a Pierce Reality here and then just Spears and Herald of Protection. I think that's probably my best line. Razor Reflex, interesting. Don't think that's a bad play, it's just interesting. So I'm going to play Spears, and then if they bust it, I won't have wasted my Goliath Gauntlet. Also, if they bust it, I can just make a Spectral Shield here. I don't have Footsteps here. I'm running Iron Rot Legs because I felt like not having to pay for blocking would be better. You Prism Yucky. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's going pretty good. Like, I can't complain. I'm 1-1 so far. I was trying to play Dash with the new cards, but yeah, I was trying to play Dash with the new cards, but they're not registered. They're not ready to be played on Talishar yet. They're ready in February and they're in the system, but they're just not registered on Talishar yet. So probably I'm going to have to wait and do that like on, I don't know, Thursday or whenever I get the chance to stream this week. So my hand is really solid because I can block with Command and Conquer. Yeah, so if I block with Command and Conquer, I can use Tunic to Phantasmify, pitch Herald of Judgment to Herald of Erudition for 9 with Phantasm. Or the other option I have is Pitch Phantasma or Pitch Phantasmify for Herald of Erudition into Pitch Herald of Judgment for Command and Conquer. I just like, I mean, I guess like if they had a few pump threes here, I could die or something crazy. Oh, hey, Surf Smurfington, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. How was your stream, man? So I'm just gonna throw the Iron Rot legs here because the chances of us dying are not very high. And we're getting to a point to where we can really put on damage to our opponent here. So, went 2 and 2 today. Not bad. Oh, okay, cool. What were you playing? So, let's go Herald, Pitch Phantasmify. Hopefully they don't have their Nourishing, whatever it's called. Oh, they just had nothing. Alright, well their hand must have been like pretty weak, or they must have been tired of playing, so Icelander and CC. Arachne is spooky. Oh, dude, Arachne looks very cool. Arachne, I don't know how you say it. Makes me want to run 9D reacts. Yeah, I mean, dude, he looks really cool. And I'm honestly like kind of excited. Me and one of my buddies were talking about him and just kind of like brewing and stuff like that today. I'm curious to see what he'll look like when he's finished, but it looks like Captain's Call is going to be very good in that deck. At least that's my first thoughts. I don't know how accurate that is, man, but glad your stream went well though, man. So against Dory, do I want tempo? Debating if I want to go second here to try and get tempo, because we're just playing aggro Prism here. I think I'm just going to go second. Goliath Gauntlet seems good. I think I'd rather have the Iron Rot legs because as much as I want to be able to get my action point back, Dory is definitely a pump up and bust my Phantasmal Footsteps in one turn kind of thing. So we'll try it like this and see what happens. Captain's Call, probably solid. Maybe some Lead the Charge. Yeah, dude, I could definitely see Lead the Charge being very, very played in this new, in the new hero for sure. You know, we're like, I'm trying to find ways to give it go again, to give the new hero go again, and kind of see like how he plays. I saw some people playing him earlier, in some of the games. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see what people build in the community and kind of take that and maybe try to tweak it a little bit to fit my playstyle a little bit more. So I'm gonna play Ravage's Pitch Phantasmify. They have one bust in their deck, as far as I'm aware. No, they play Command and Conquer and they play Nourishing Emptiness, I think. So the guy I was against had even bigger than that. Ooh, that's spicy. I could see that being very playable, like using the dagger, and then using even bigger than that to give you to give go again and stuff. Yeah, I could actually see that being really good. And then I'm going to go and get in with the Herald of Protection because this is a 2 for 7 basically. So if they take this, I get a Spectral Shield. Well, it's really a 2 for 8. So when I say 2 for 8, because I get 6 off of the card, I get 1 off the Spectral Shield dying, and then I get 1 off of the Spectral Shield attacking this turn. So that's my logic there. All your attacks are 2+ power so far. You talking about all the attacks in the new hero? Slice and dice. Sheesh. All right, pretty big turn for our opponent here. They've played Slice and Dice, which gives it +1. And then whenever it hits a hero. So, I mean, I feel like blocking 9 here is a pretty safe. I mean, man. So, they have 1 resource floating. They can't attack again unless this hits me. I can block with red Phantasmify, Passing Mirage, Iron Rod like Skullcap. Or I could just block with all of my 2 blocks and then pitch the Herald to make a... For a Ragnai. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, his attacks look really solid. Because, I mean, I feel like this has to be a 1 for 3 here. Gains go again each turn. Is this not normal Dory? Am I that crazy? So this is not normal Dory. I have no idea what I'm playing against here. And put a 1/1 counter on it. So I'm just going to block 4. Yeah, this is definitely some kind of different version of Dory. He might end up being like Runeblade, but needing go again instead of non-attack actions. Yeah, so I mean that feels pretty fitting. I mean, he definitely seems like he fits into the Runeblade style of character. So I 100% agree with that statement. Let's come in for 6. On hit, this goes to my soul. My opponent blocks 6. We draw up. So I really like Herald Protection. Herald Protection is like one of my favorite cards. So Enigma Chimera. I pitch Enigma Chimera, use the Tunic counter to play Spears of Serality and Herald of Protection, and make a potential shield, which gives me the ability to block with... I mean, I imagine my opponent's going to give it go again here. No go again, just out for blood. Okay, so... we're going to pitch this to come in for 5. I really like the whole Herald aggro plan, especially in Blitz. It feels actually pretty solid. I've seen some people try to play it in CC, but it feels pretty underwhelming in CC. Feels like it just doesn't... It's not capable of racing enough, I think, in my opinion. Now, you can use like D-Reacts and stuff, but everybody would lose their minds if I showed up with Prism to the Blitz tournaments next weekend for the boxes and whatnot. Would be pretty cool, though. CC has too many poppers because sideboard. Yeah, that's also very true. Being able to sideboard poppers for things like Prism and for like Dromai is a very good strategy. And so, I mean, yeah, you're just completely right there for the Herald plan. Yeah, absolutely, man. You are completely right, my friend. And my opponent blocks 5 to stop me from getting a token. Makes sense. Target weapon gets +2 whenever this hits draw card. Yep, so this is weird. Like, like this whole... Yeah, I'm pretty inclined just to block here. Like, they have 1 resource floating. Like, my hand's not bad. I could very easily go Pitch Herald of Protection for Spears, War-Tune Herald, which is already a 12-point turn. And if I really wanted to, like, what is the card they play say? Whenever this weapon hits draw card. So this leaves us in a really bad spot. Because we go to 6 and give them a card. But if they have a way to give it go again, like, we're just, I don't know. I'm going to block 9 and try to, and see if they don't have go again. Oh, they played hit and run. Duh. So I definitely should have blocked 6, and then I could have blocked 6 on this attack also. Because now I can only block 5 even if I blocked out. So I'm going to go to 5, give them a card here. Not that the... Sheesh. Going to 2. Alright, we're going to play Pierce Reality and pass. If I can keep Plunder Run Herald of Erudition, I can come in for 9 Dominate because of the Goliath Gauntlet and the Pierce Reality, so that doesn't seem bad. Alright, well, we're obviously not blocking. Two, 3... 6. They attack for 4 this time. We'll block for 7 here. They'll draw a card. Okay. And we're just dead to this. Yep. We'll block 2 and then die. Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I've never played against this version of Dory. Like, I don't know what version of Dory this is. Like, maybe this is like, I don't know. Like, I don't think this, like, I thought Blitz Dory and CC Dory were basically the same text box. So I was pretty surprised to see them, like, Dawnblade looked different, everything looked different that game. I wonder if having Sink Belows in the list would help me at all. Like, if I cut... I don't know. The Phantasmaphies feel pretty, like, good but meh at the same time. Could see myself cutting Fractal Replication, Command and Conquer for 2 Sink Belows. Let's try that and see what happens. I kind of like trying this. Okay. Let's see if it changed the list. Yep, sure did. I love that it updates in real time. It's so awesome. Of course, we take Command and Conquers out of our deck. Like, our only... Well, we have Celestial Cataclysm as a bust. Yeah, playing the Mirror. Not something I thought I would play tonight. Let's see. I don't know if I want to go first or second. Guess I want to go second to get tempo. I don't know. I don't know enough about this matchup, and I'm wondering if Goliath Gauntlet is better than Dreamweavers. We're going to try Goliath Gauntlet. I'm trying Prism. It's new to me. Never played her in Blitz before. Only CC. Yeah, I played Prism in CC for a while, but it was a very different game plan. Okay. Ghostly Touch, Vestige of Soul. If a card has been put into your hero's soul this turn, whenever you pitch a light card, instead gain that many +1. And then Crown of Reflection is the destroy target aura you control. And then put an aura from your hand with cost less than or equal to. Alright. Yeah, I was like, I remember that card from CC, but not really played it a ton. Okay. Let's block 7. Lord. Jeez. I mean, yeah, I'm going to block with that and take 6. Basically started the game at 14. Pretty good opening hand for my opponent. I really like playing Herald of Protection. Like it's one of my favorite. Like it is honestly, Herald of Protection is my favorite Prism card. Like just the concept of what it does is just really good in my opinion. Like the concept of a 2 for 8 with multiple like and you break up the 2 for 8 in multiple points is really good. My opponent's playing Red Enigma Chimera. That's interesting. Play the yellow ones. But I've never seen somebody play the red ones before. I mean, maybe they're just like all in on this like aggro run you over plan. Then I'm going to come in for 6 Dominate with on hit, put it into my soul, which will be pretty nice. It'll give me some leeway. I was like, and the good news is that my opponent's either taking this or they're not having a turn. So that's kind of cool. blocking. Yeah, I'm just gonna take 6 here. Go to 8, like. So if they block 3, 4 from their equipment, and then they block 5 from a spectral shield they can make. I was like, Prism costs 2 to activate, buddy. Plus, you don't have go again. I mean, it's an instant, so like you could if you had a resource floating there, but so Goliath Gauntlet, Herald of Erudition, pitching the Tenacity because it gives go again, and like it's gonna be very hard for them to cover this up. 7 Dominate with on hit. This goes to my soul, and I draw 2 cards is really good. Hopefully they don't have a bust here. That would be, that would just be big Sag if they had a bust here. Fading up going back and forth on the amount of time it's taking them. I don't think that they do. Yeah, so 3, 4 from here, 5 from this, and 6 here is what it would take. No, there's not really a great option. Like this is 6, maybe 7, and then War Tune if I pitch this. But I'm not really getting to utilize I'm not really getting to utilize my soul. I kind of like, I don't know, I really want to come in with the... I'm going to come in with the Herald, and then I'm going to come in with the Herald of Ravages here. Because I like the idea of it being a 2 for 7 with the 1 arcane if it hits, which I think is really solid. They go to 4, then they can pitch to keep their life, or they can go to 5, and then we're gonna come in for 7. And I'm going to go yellow, red, yellow here on the pitch because color... Prism is one of those decks that color is honestly what is one of the most important determining factors of how you pitch stack. So... my opponent may not want to block, but they're going to have to block here, which means they're going to have to settle for either throwing both of their cards or taking quite a chunk of damage here and then activating their soul to make a spectral shield. And next turn I'll have Tunic up, which is kind of nice. So I want to go Dominate, red... So block with Herald of Ravages, and then I have... I could block with Herald of Ravages, and then... And Yellow War Tune, I guess? No, there's no point. Good lord. Getting sleepy. Alright, we've hit the lag. Uh-oh. So is it Talishar or my internet? Ah, the opponent disconnected. That's where the lag was coming from. So my opponent's attacking for 2 here. I don't know. My opponent attacks for 2 and I mean, I think I just want to go to 7. I like pitching Herald of Ravages here. No, actually what I like is pitch Phantasmify for Herald of Ravages. And then pitch War Tune, Yellow War Tune for Red War Tune, and then activate Tunic to make this Spectral Shield. Yeah, I like that. That seems like our best line here. They get to come in for 6. On hit, they die, / take an Arcane. So I imagine he'll either give us 2 3s here, or he's going to give us a 3, 2, and a Spectral Shield. Yeah. So yeah, see, this is actually it. Red Herald of Protection is my favorite Prism card. Like, which is funny because it's like it's not a very like cool card or something that stands out. It's one of those cards that I really like. This is for 7. So if they have 2 3 blocks, they're going to throw their 3 blocks in a Spectral Shield, and then when I make a Spectral Shield and attack, they'll have to throw their Vestige of Soul, which would be kind of nice. One of my buddies at the card shop the other day was actually opening a box of Monarch and opened a Vestige of Soul. I think it was a rainbow, but still. Yeah, and then I'm going to activate Tunic, activate this, and attack for 1. And then they're going to give me their Vestige of Soul, and then I'm going to have a full grip plus Spectral Shield going into their turn when they're at 1. Not likely they come out of the other side alive, but we'll see what happens. We'll go War Tune than that. So I am going to start with Herald of Erudition, pitching Herald of Triumph. Because this is 5 Dominate. Yeah, alright, so the 5 Dominate is just good enough to get us there. Okay, so since I changed the list to the Sink Belows, I'm now 1-0. So I'm going to keep track of that record. I went 2-2 of the deck pre-Sink Belows when it had a Command and Conquer and a Fractal Replication in it. But Fractal Replication is a card that I think values you having life total, like a resource life total. I really don't want to play against this guy again, but I don't think there's anybody else playing Blitz. Like, and it's nothing against this guy. I just don't want to sit and play the Prism Mirror all night because I don't feel like I'm really getting any better. As a player, I just don't really feel like I'm... Like, I don't feel like I'm getting to, like, reps against other things to, like, test myself and really push myself. But... Let's see. Sheesh. They got Tennessee at number 1. Number 1 number 1 Tennessee, number 2 Ohio State, number 3 Georgia, and number 4 Clemson in the top 25 playoff bracket right now. Gonna be honest, I don't know that I entirely agree with that, but there's people that get paid a lot more. They get paid a lot of money to sit around and make those decisions. What?
I'm yelling.
Did you say nothing? I'm yelling?
Yeah, at the game.
Okay. Carly's obviously yelling at Call of Duty.
Don't know me.
Okay. I definitely know you. So it's kind of an inside joke, but when me and Carly started dating all the time, she used to say, "You don't know me." And she would say that when I definitely knew what she was feeling, even when she hadn't told me. So it's kind of an inside joke. Oh, no. That's bad. That's mucho bad. Yeah, Carly's not having a good time in there. Sounds like it's getting worse. I'm going to pitch the Pierce reality here. Because honestly, I don't really want it in my hand. Might not be a bad thing to end my turn on the first turn of the game here, but we're going to go sink below. Well, the good news is that I had 0 yellows in my hand to start the game, and I should draw into one, statistically speaking, because I'm pretty sure majority composition of the deck is yellow. I'm going to double check that because I didn't really look at the list. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15, 17, 19. Yeah, so 19 of the 40 cards in the deck are yellow. Not gonna lie, it feels kind of low. I feel like there was more in. I don't know. It feels like there was more. Like the ratio is higher in CC. Put it into your hero's soul. I kind of want to keep my 1 for 7 because it's really good, but at the same time, I think the most what's the word I'm looking for here? I think the disciplined decision is to block for 6, keep my life total high because ultimately a 1 for 7 is not going to win me the game. So it's kind of funny because like that 1 for 7 turns into a 3 for 8 because you pay 2 to make a spectral shield. I guess a 3 for 9. And so 3 resources for 9 power is like 3 for 9 is good. And like there's nothing like it's not bad or anything crazy, but like at the same time like it doesn't impress me either. That don't impress me much. What?
Zach, I was literally just singing that.
Were you really?
Yeah, like literally almost in time for you.
Why?
Because you said that don't impress me much, so I started singing the song.
Oh.
Which clearly you did too.
Oh, that's funny. So, I kind of like. I don't know. It all sucks. I think I'm just going to come in for like 11 Dominate and Arsenal the Enigma Chimera. I don't really know that Passing Mirage is where I want to be. Like the other option was pitch Enigma Chimera, come in with Herald of Tenacity for 6, play Passing Mirage, Arsenal the Phantasmify. And I don't know. That just doesn't. Again, it doesn't impress me much. Is that Shania Twain?
Huh?
Is that who sings that, Shania Twain?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I mean, I guess I could also... No. I'd rather get the Herald of Tenacity into my soul here, if I can. Man, 11 Dominate is nothing right now. 3 for 11 Dominate. Now that's... What's this say? Put a card from your hand into your hero's soul. If it's a light card, draw a card. Okay. Intertesting. Are they wanting to use the Spell Void too here? I mean... yeah. You watch, they'll Dreamweavers us like the turn that I need to bust something. That'll be how we lose. This guy just gonna go to 9? Sheesh. Alright, did not see that coming. No, there was no way to do that before or anything else. I could do it now, but that just feels wrong. I think I'd rather just Arsenal the Enigma Chimera. I mean, it is a 2 for 7 that I can crack back with, so it doesn't feel that bad. Whee! So my turn is pitch, plunder, run, Spears of Serality, War Tune Herald, pitch Herald of Judgment into Enigma Chimera. Or no, those are my options. Yeah, I guess the other line of play is pitch, plunder, run, play Herald of Judgment, and pitch War Tune Herald to play Spears and Enigma Chimera. It is technically one more point that way. So, yeah, because if I pitch Plunder Run and go Spears, War Tune Herald, that's 10, and then pitch Herald of Judgment for Enigma Chimera, 17. But if I go pitch Plunder Run to... pitch Plunder Run to play Spears, and then pitch War Tune Herald to play Herald of Judgment. Yeah, that's 11, and then 7 is 18. So it's one more point this way. Pay 4 if a card has been put into your hero's soul this turn. Instead, draw 3 cards. Jeez. Not bad. All right, well, a 4 for 3 cards, like 4 resources for 3 cards is like not bad. Like that card's obviously good, but I kind of see that card as on pace with Talma Firebrand, and like the whole Talma Firebrand, like that's not a bad card at all. Oh, our whole turn just got shook up quick. Quick. So my opponent comes in for 5. We block. So if I block Herald of Judgment, I keep Plunder Run. No. There's just not a way to do what I want to do here, I don't think, unless I give up blocking with my Tunic. It's not bad. Yeah, so I block Herald of Judgment and Skullcap and Tunic and from blocked for 5, which leaves me with Pitch Plunder Run, Spears of Serality, Goliath Gauntlet into Enigma Chimera by pitching the War Tune Herald, and then make a Soul Shield. That's a 7 and 2's 9 and 5's 14, and one more's 15. I mean, hopefully I just don't have a pummel. If I have a pummel, I'm probably just going to cry myself to sleep tonight. But They have a pummel. They have a pummel. Nothing I can do about that. I was like, now if they have another Herald of Erudition, it's time to get wrecked. I was like, do they have enough? I mean, okay, so they're gonna have to pitch another card here. Okay, gotcha. So they have a yellow. So they're activating Prism here by pitching Genesis. Now, I know but don't know that they have a Sink Below in their hand. When my opponent puts cards over there that I can see, I basically view that as cards that my opponent would have otherwise laid on the table in a competitive game, and then I had the opportunity to look at what they were trying to accomplish. Now, not everybody views it that way, but you still had to click through the motions enough to reveal your cards to me, so I'm still playing as if I know what they are. So, let's go Spears of Surreality. 5 go again. I could have pitched Wartune Herald to come in for 5 go again, and then Goliath Gauntlet Enigma Chimera to make them think my turn is over, and then pitch the yellow Plunder Run to be able to make a Soul Shield or Spectral Shield if I needed to. That is also a line of play I could have taken. What? Oh. That don't impress. Things aren't going well in there, it sounds like. Oh, Giraffe. Okay. Okay. I mean, I was like, yeah, Odoreth doesn't block, so... Maybe my opponent blocks 3, takes 2 here. I mean, that doesn't seem like a bad line of play for my opponent. Pop Goliath Gauntlet. Enigma Chimera for 9. Like, there's just so much value in this turn. So, Dreamweavers have Spell Void 1. I mean, if you're playing Halo and this, like, I don't know how... Like, if you're playing Halo and Dreamweavers, I don't know how Kano ever beat you. Because Spectral Shields are just a house against Kano as it is anyway. Okay. I was like, they have to have something here. But then I remember they have the yellow Sink Below. So they take 6 and go to 2. Oh, and they're going to play Soul Shield? Okay. See, Soul Shield is like one of my... So it's not my favorite card. Herald of Protection is my favorite card, but I really like Soul Shield. The idea of 2 for 6 defense reaction that also has value off of your hero is really good. Like, I wish that they would give Dash a defense reaction like that. Like, I tell everybody that. Like, I wish that Dash had a defense reaction. Like a Mechanologist defense reaction, so that you could play defense and boost at the same time. That is an interesting choice by my opponent. They chose to pitch their card to make a Spectral Shield, knowing that I could attack with my Spectral Shield. Oh, they're going to block with their Phantasmal Footsteps. Ah, okay. Oh, they're gaining a resource off Vestige of Soul. Alright. Well, that was a pretty heads-up play by my opponent, actually. Because... I mean, I knew I was going to be in a situation where I had to block if I wanted to keep mine regardless, but still. Yeah, so this is bad. This is really, really bad. Like, this is really, really bad. So, I'm going to block, and I'm going to pitch one of my Cataclysms. I'm going to play the Passing Mirage. I'm going to Arsenal the Phantasmify and keep the Cataclysm in my hand because it is a bust. This hand. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Like, this is always what I imagine, like when everything's going right and you're winning and then all of a sudden the tempo swings and you're losing. This is like what that feels like. Went from being pretty far ahead to now in a mediocre position. I mean, mediocre's kind of rough. I don't know that that's exactly true. Sheesh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh my god. This is so bad. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm just going to pitch the Pierce Reality here. Send the Spectral Shield at the Arclight Sentinel and pass. Because I would love to be able to play the Pierce Reality here, but I have to get the Arclight Sentinel off the field or I'm just not doing okay. Yeah, so it has to be at the Arclight Sentinel. I mean, I guess I could have played the Phantasmify to, like... I don't know. Could Arsenal a better card. But the truth is, I really like the Phantasmify because playing that onto my Herald of Erudition is cracked. I was like, dude, attacking here when you have no soul just means you're not doing anything here. But hits, put it into its hero soul and up to one card with Phantasm from your graveyard on top of your deck. What is that? Oh, yellow Prismatic Shield. Interesting. I've only ever seen the red one really played. I'm just going to take 5 here and lose my Spectral Shield. I have a decent, like I have an 11-point lead to play with here, and man, I guess I could have busted that. I'm a putz. Yeah, like I'm a complete twit. I have no idea what I was thinking right there. Like, I kept the Celestial Cataclysm in my hand so I could bust his attack. like 2 turns in a row. That was, yeah, just wasn't thinking right there. So I'm now going to discard that. Spectral Shield puts me to 10, unless I decide to hit my Passing Mirage. That would tell me that there are busts in their deck. Nope, they attack me. Okay. I go to 10. Well, this is shaping up to be a closer game than it should be. So I'm going to play Yellow Phantasmify by pitching Yellow Phantasmify. And then I'm going to play Herald of Erudition by pitching Celestial Cataclysm. And now I'm coming in for 9, Dominate, no Phantasm. On hit, this goes to my soul and I draw 2 cards. Like, Phantasmify into Herald of Erudition is just such a good combo. Especially when you know you're not playing around a bust. Because, I mean, this, yeah, this is just so good. So, I like playing the Enigma Chimera here because it leaves me with 2 resources to activate my shield, or to activate Prism, which gives me an opportunity to make a Spectral Shield. Is this another Soul Shield? Okay. I mean, I have to pitch a card here, which is like great for me. Get to make a Spectral Shield and attack for 2 here. Passing Mirage and the Spectral Shield. I keep forgetting that I'm playing with a weapon that allows me to attack with my Passing Mirage, which is insane. Like, this is just like ultimate pressure we're putting on our opponent here. We get their Vestige of Soul. Let's go Cataclysm, Protection, and Phantasmify. You are the Dominate. Alright, cool. So we just win the game, basically. Okay, so they do kill my Passing Mirage here. I mean, this is 6 Dominate, and if they bust it, I can get my action point back. And then attack them with a Spectral Shield. Okay, so they activate Prism, make another Spectral Shield. Then they have Phantasmal Footsteps. And then they block 3. They have 2 cards left in hand, and then I have 5 more. I have 5 more Dominate attack to come in with here, and there's just no way for them to cover it up from there. This is non-illusionist, right? Block. Yeah, this game, like, I'm not gonna, like, drag this out anymore. I mean, I guess the last card in my opponent's hand could be a popper. Not likely. No Icelanders. Played too many. Sounds good. Oh no, Dory again? Alright, well, hopefully... Yeah, I mean, the Sink Belows should help us here. Well, at least I feel like they should, but this Dory just is able to attack basically twice every turn. So they're coming in for 2 here. Well, let's block 2. Let's not overcomplicate this. They had already played a hit and run that I missed. Is this like a special Dory or something? Like... So it ironically would have been really good to have a blue here. I think I'm just going to keep the Sink Below in my arsenal. Come in for 6 and then arsenal the Sink Below. I mean, it's 6/7 if it hits. Arsenal and pass. This hand is... We're probably going to put a Herald of Protection to the bottom here. Or this is going to be blocked with everything I have because Steel Blade Supremacy demands blocks. Is that double Steel Blade Supremacy? Block 6. Get to Sink Below, bruv. Let's go. That feels good. Put a Phantasmify on the bottom to draw a Phantasmify. Why is this for 8? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. We stop them from drawing a bunch of cards or really doing anything broken. But now on our turn we have nothing to do. I mean, the good with the bad, I suppose. So this is a turn I can just... Okay. Alright. Yep, no blocks. Yep, so this comes in for 7. We go to 9. I mean, so they have the benefit of getting pumped every turn, but they never get to have the counters. All right, so let's pitch this War-Tune Herald. Or the other option was pitch War-Tune Herald for 1. The yellow one, have 1 floating, play Phantasmify. Pitch the blue one to play Herald of Ravages for 9 Dominate, is what it would have been for. And then we put our opponent to 7 right here, and then we have a Spectral Shield. Is that yellow Slice and Dice? And what was the first one? Has Go Again, and you put a counter on it whenever it hits. Yeah, I'm just gonna block 3 here. Yep, I mean, I could pitch Passing Mirage to defend 1 more here, but it just doesn't matter. Like, I don't know what version of Dorinthia this is, but this is, like, I don't think this is like a, like, is this a Blitz legal deck? I'm curious to know something. Browse, Blitz. DVR? What is DVR? Yeah, I'm really curious to know where this story's from. Because just like giving the new Dawnblade Go Again and being able to attack a second time automatically, it's literally like Dory's weakness has been taken care of. Am I like super lagging or like what's happening here? It appears the answer to that question is yes. I could go to 1 here to do 8. And I would draw literally 0 cards out of their hand to do that. So this is a terrible option. I'm just going to block 7. I'd rather save the Soul Shield or the Spectral Shield for another day. This has been so bad. Like, the Sink Below was, like, really good and got us to the turn that it did earlier, but, I mean, like 2 Sink Belows are just not going to carry us through this game. Yep. I'm just going to try to hope they don't have a +3 here. All right, so if they have a 1 for 3 here, it's just not good enough. All right, Herald of Erudition for 7, Dominate. Like, I don't think they'll be able to get out of this one. I think they're going to have to give us some cards here. Like, if they have a Sink Below in their arsenal, they can get out of this and without giving us anything. I'm going to push this for 6 because if this hits, it deals an arcane damage. Like, I don't really know what the, like, good cards I would have been looking for there were. I guess a blue and a Spears of Reality. No, I guess I, like, so blue, red Wartune Herald would have been the draw right there. Like, that would have been the draw. Let's block 3. Okay. And then I have a Sink Below. Cover up their sword. And then 6, Dominate. Like, I'm trying my best to put on as much pressure as I can here to try and keep the game going. But it does not feel very good. Because they throw Valiant Dynamo, Braveforge Bracers, and a card. They go to 2, and they get to keep 3 cards in their hand, which is truly terrifying. So this would have to be a Glint, the Quicksilver, or whatever it's called. What's a 0 for 3 called? Iron Song Response. We've seen both of them. So I think blocking for 3 here is safe. Now this is the problem I run into. Yeah, having to block with 2 cards here is really bad. Like, the additional point is really bad for me. Now, the good news is that being able to get a Spectral Shield into play gives me a little bit of a chance to try and have a longer game here. But I'm not sure. like how much longer the game can go on this way, because my opponent doesn't have to take anything. They can just Valiant Dynamo block this every turn, and I basically have a free point of block every turn. This is not a good blocking hand. Okay, so it gets go again. They come in for 3. I'm going to block for 3. And if they have something that pumps for 2, then I'm fine. Six, so I can block 3, 4, 5. And then die exactly. Yeah, that's tough. Like this feels like a very hard matchup. I've played 2 games against this version of against Dory like this tonight, and both games have been pretty tough. Now the second one was a lot closer, but they were both pretty tough, honestly. All right. I'm curious to know if they've gotten the dash cards into the database yet, because I want to try and play a game. Yeah, they did. Which means I can play Pulse Wave Harpoon. Let's go. Curious to see what this feels like. Kind of at the end of the streaming time that I've allotted for, so I'm gonna play one game just to see what it feels like. See what changes can be made. Ah. I don't know which of those is which. I'll have to do that later. Alright, hopefully it doesn't take too long to get a game going. You watch, I'll want to put this one game and I won't be able to find anybody that is playing. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Of course, I joined the one game I was already in. Please tell me this isn't the same lobby. Hey. Player 2 will go first. So, we'll do Goliath Gauntlet. So I'll want my Harpoon to be on the 3rd chain link most of these turns here, because I'm going 2nd. I am not going 2nd. This combat chain. So let's go load the barrel shot. We'll go 3. We'll get an equipment out of the way pretty early here. I mean, I was like, they'll just give us a dynamo, so it's not like it's anything really backbreaking. And then I'm not gonna boost here. I don't want to boost. They'll block pretty quickly. And then I will arsenal the Harpoon. So I get to go Pedal to the Metal, pitch T-Bone to go Zipper Hit and Harpoon. Spoils of War is fine. I'll just take 4 here. And I can block with the payload if I need to. Excuse me. Or I can Arsenal it. I think I'd rather block with it, try and save some damage here early. I play Glint to draw a card. Sure. I'm just going to take 4, go to 12. Like, my turn puts on a very good amount of pressure here. We get 2 resources. I'm going to boost Pedal to the Metal. Like, I feel like the Harpoon just gives you so much play. Like, and maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but it feels really solid. Yep. Let's boost. We'll come in for 5 dominate. Not that that matters. Dominate's not super relevant. Like, again, so, like, Dory starts the game at 22, 24, 27, and what is most of the time at least 3 points off the Dynamo. So, like, the same as playing against, let's see if the text line actually works here. We'll add that to the chain link. Taking it, like, you're just forcing them to block with a card, and that feels really good. I'm honestly very impressed that the developers of this game are able to get all of these cards into the game so quickly. Like, it's very impressive to me. And then the Harpoon's going to be for 4. I wonder if I'm lagging or if Talashar's having a hard time registering the new card. They block with Iron Song response, which means they have that thing that gives it go again before they attack. That was a pretty good turn. I honestly... pitch Zipper Hit to play this, play the Teklo Pounder, and then I'm just going to Arsenal and hope I end up with a hand that can play... So if I put the red throttle on the bottom and I find a blue, I'm still not able to do it. So this isn't my hand, so I really just want to be able to... Oh my god. Yep, we'll block 6. They might have a pump here, like I should have thrown the... Dude, like this guy draws Iron Song responses more than anybody I've ever seen in my life. In 15 cards, he saw both of them. He's not even halfway through his deck, and he saw both of them. It's like, that's pretty good. Like, Iron Song response is like Probably one of the most obnoxious cards in Dory, in my opinion. That and Route are like your cards that are just like Blowout City. Am I stuck? I was like, am I lagging again? I don't know why I'm lagging every time I get hit with an Iron Song response. Ugh, yeah, this is not good, but I'm gonna try to do this and get away with just blocking with this. So I'm taking 5 and going to 4, and then they're still gonna have a card to Arsenal. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so I can try shipping the Spark of Genius here. I am currently taking 1, which means a +3 kills me. I mean, the only real chance I'm going to have of winning this game is with maximum velocity, so I think I need to go for it. Spark of Genius. Now, this does the thing that I want it to do, but it's just not going to... For 13, good God. I mean, yeah, like, let's block it all to keep from dying. Like, if I could keep... Like, if I could have blocked 6 there, I would have, but it just wouldn't do me any good. This hand also does what I need it to do, but again, it's just a turn too late. Yeah, so if this turn had come the turn before, when I was blocking with my equipment, when I was at 11 and I ended up going to 4, like, this hand would have been okay. Like, any of the last 2 hands that have gotten off maximum velocity would have gotten me there. Yep. I mean, they're going to fatigue me here because I'm going to run out of cards because they're putting cards back into their deck and I'm not. I have to block here. It doesn't matter. They just had the route. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, that was, I mean, it was a good game of my opponent. I've lost to that guy all 3 times tonight playing that deck. Like, that deck is insane. The fact that the deck, like, that Dawnblade can attack twice without ever having to, like, hit you is so good. Like, I don't know if that's a legal Dory and Blitz, but if it is, like that, I don't know what set that's from. It just says DVR under the card. But if that's a legal Dory and Blitz, that deck will probably, like, okay. I say it's going to win the World Championship, but there are people that are better at the game than I am playing Blitz at the World Championship. So, anyway. All right, that was all for tonight, guys. If you guys come by and hung out, I appreciate you keeping me company. I will be back at least Thursday. I'm not sure about the rest of the week, but I'll definitely be back Thursday. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys later.